In a small village, there lived a farmer named Watson. He lived in a simple house with his son, Christian. Watson was a hardworking and honest man, but he did not have much land or money. His only valuable companion was an old donkey named Suzu. Suzu was not an ordinary donkey. He was calm, patient, and very loyal. Every day, he helped Watson by carrying heavy loads and working in the fields. Many people in the village laughed at Suzu. "Look at that old donkey. He is too slow and useless now," they said. But Suzu never became angry. He never complained. He quietly continued doing his work. Watson always taught his son Christian an important lesson. "My son," Watson said, "in life, difficulties will come, but the person who stays patient always finds a way to succeed." Christian was young and wanted success quickly. Sometimes he looked at other villagers who had bigger houses and more money, and he felt sad. "Father, why do we always struggle? Why can't we have a better life like others?" Christian asked. Watson smiled and replied, "Everything has its own time, son. A tree does not become big in one day. It needs time, care, and patience." One day, a wealthy businessman came to their village. He announced a competition. "The farmer who grows the best crop will receive a big reward," the businessman said. Christian became excited. "Father, we must win this competition. This can change our life," he said. Watson smiled and said, "Yes, we will work hard, but remember, patience is as important as hard work." From the next day, Watson, Christian, and Suzu started working harder than before. Every morning, Suzu carried tools and supplies to the field. Days passed, and Christian noticed something. Other farmers' crops were growing faster than theirs. He became worried. "Father, look at their fields. Their plants are bigger than ours. I think we are going to lose," Christian said. Watson calmly replied, "The story is not over yet. We should focus on our work, not on others." But Christian was impatient. He wanted quick results. One day, he thought, "If I give more water to the plants, they will grow faster." Without asking his father, he poured too much water into the field. A few days later, many plants became weak and damaged. Christian felt terrible. "Father, I ruined everything because of my impatience," he said sadly. Watson sat beside him and said, "Making mistakes is part of learning. But always remember, rushing can destroy what patience builds." At that moment, Suzu was standing nearby. Christian looked at him. "Everyone makes fun of you, Suzu, but you never get upset. How do you stay so calm?" Christian asked. Suzu could not speak, but his peaceful eyes seemed to give an answer. "Because I know that time changes everything." From that day, Christian decided to change himself. He started working with patience. He took proper care of the plants and stopped worrying about instant results. Every day, he worked hard and trusted the process. After a few weeks, the weather changed. Heavy rain came to the village. Many farmers' crops were destroyed because they had grown too quickly and their roots were not strong enough. But Watson and Christian's crops survived. Their plants had grown slowly, but they had become strong. The same field that everyone thought would fail became the best field in the village. When the businessman came to judge the farms, he was surprised. "This is the strongest crop I have seen," he said. Then he asked Watson, "Do you know the secret behind your success?" Watson smiled and replied, "Hard work and patience." The businessman nodded. "Exactly. Things that grow slowly often become the strongest." Watson won the competition and received the reward. The villagers who once laughed at Suzu now respected him. One man said, "We thought this donkey was weak, but he taught us the meaning of patience." Watson smiled and said, "Suzu showed us that everyone has their own time. A person who stays calm during difficult moments will eventually succeed." Christian had completely changed. He no longer wanted everything immediately. He understood that true success takes time. Years later, Christian became a successful businessman. Whenever he faced problems, he remembered Suzu. He remembered how Suzu worked silently, never gave up, and never lost patience. One day, Christian told his children, "If life becomes difficult, remember Suzu. He taught me that patience can turn failure into success." Time passed, and Suzu grew old. But Christian always treated him with love and respect. The little donkey who was once ignored became the greatest teacher of patience. Moral of the story: success does not always come quickly. Sometimes the journey is slow and difficult, but the person who keeps working, believes in himself, and stays patient will always find victory.